Let's do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Go ahead, do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right, do it.
We're doing it.
Are we doing it?
We're doing it.
Do it.
Oh, goodness. You know what's
Yeah.
funny is they heard all that as we were loading up everything.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because we used to use a program that cost us $10. We were just talking about this while we were eating dinner. It cost us $10 to buy it, but the problem was that it went from $10 to like $600 to $800 for the different versions, right?
No, almost 1,000.
Yeah, it was like there's like 4 different versions. Like the highest one's like $1,200, whatever the hell it is. And of course, between the $10 version and the next one up, there's like night and day, like what you can actually do with it. He did some research and found a completely free program that's offered by YouTube to stream to YouTube.
Yep.
And it allows us to do everything that $1,200 program would allow us to do.
Amazing.
Nice work, guys.
Yep.
And more.
And you know what actually just happened tonight? Chris is upstairs making dinner, and I'm like flipping through the settings of this streaming service for YouTube, whatever, and I found a thing that said window capture device, and I'm like, the fuck is that? So I click it, and it's like, what window do you want to use? And I'm like, Skype, and I'm like, I don't know. So I put it up there, and all of a sudden, his Skype for the BMNY DeadCast Live was full screen, and I'm like, hold on, maybe I can make it smaller, drag it up top. So now, instead of them seeing you on a TV, they're actually physically seeing the window on, they're seeing you the way we're seeing you.
Mm-hmm. Which is like...
Wait, but what about, we're not seeing you guys?
No,
they're seeing us.
Yeah.
Because if you check your Twitter DMs, if you have your phone next to you, whatever, I sent you a picture. You're right here on us.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's just, it was just like...
Right. So I'm over the top of y'all here.
Yep.
Still there. Okay, that makes a lot. That's
See, Instagram won't get that though. Instagram will get.
Instagram's unfortunately not that advanced. I don't know how to do that on Instagram, but on YouTube, I mean.
But obviously, Instagram people, thank you for being here. Josh Mikel is with us again. Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, you okay?
you with us?
Floating. We're doing floating fingers there.
Focus.
Seeing this is off screen. That's on.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Good.
Were you giving us bunny ears just now?
Can I do that?
We'd probably have to move our head to
your...
No, actually, it's weird because we go behind the screen.
I don't know. Yeah.
So now
you're in front of us, so it's kind of weird.
So bring your one hand towards my head.
It's fucking my brains up.
And go down. Yeah. Perfect. I got 4 bunny ears. No,
you just got alien antennas.
I do. I have really big. It's okay. I like it. It worked. This is what we do to our guests. We make them give us bunny ears and fuck around with them.
This is not Josh's first time.
No, this is
we're
not
not
his
popping
first...
his beast mode cherry. He understands.
No, not at all.
He understands the shit show that goes on here.
Listen, what a shit show. This is like being on Ellen or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope it's not like being on Ellen because no offense to Ellen, but I am smoking hot compared to her.
He's turned 60, I think, and I'm wait 60.
People can't hear him.
Yeah,
oh.
Just that's something for you.
60?
Mm-hmm.
Ellen's that old?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's amazing. She looks like she's like 40.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. I give it to her. She's hot then for 60. She's basically a grandma. I didn't know she was a saber-tooth. What?
Saber-tooth?
Well, that's above cougar.
Oh, that's creative. That's creative.
A grandma that's hot is a saber-tooth because they're like extinct, kind of like, whoa, they don't exist. Kind of like a unicorn.
Dangerous territory right now.
I like danger. It's okay. I like to ride that line. All right, so everybody.
Why's everybody hating on me?
What happened?
Thomas is like, oh, I can't believe that Ryan figured that out. Oh, and Hercules is like,
don't worry about it.
Oh, yes, please, cover Ryan's head up.
We get our daily haterade. It's fine. So
I'm
yeah.
proud of you. I just want to throw my 2 cents in there and say I'm really proud of y'all for figuring that out, saving $1,000.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That's
yeah. Chris and I were just fed up because the program wasn't working, and Chris goes, "Fuck that! I'm going to find an alternative."
Yes.
He gave me the program, and I figured it out from there
and ran with it. Excuse me. So Josh, you are no longer on The Walking Dead.
Spoiler alert. Huh?
Yeah. If you didn't know that by now, I don't fucking feel bad for you. Come out of the closet you've been living in or some shit. But so Josh is no longer on The Walking Dead. A lot of our favorite character. You even though you were an a-hole, that you played an a-hole, you stole the hearts out of a lot of us with your a-hole personality.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
So, okay. I guess you got the phone call that everyone dreads. Is this how it went down?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got a phone call from a Los Angeles number I didn't recognize. I thought about sending it to voicemail, seeing if I can extend my life, as many of us do, I think. And then, I answered. I talked to Scott for the first time ever, which just, I'd spoken with him briefly through emails and stuff, but that was the first time I'd ever spoken to him on the phone. And we had a good long conversation, and he had some really nice things to say. And, for me, I was bummed, but I wasn't, I kind of thought Jared had outlived his welcome to begin with. To make it that long and to be pinned up and for somebody else to be pulled out of the pen and shot, and it only becomes it's only as believable as you can get away with, and we certainly got away with plenty. What I thought would maybe be 2 episodes or 3 episodes turned into 11, and it was wild. It's an amazing time. So I wasn't, I was bummed, but I understood at the end of the day they have to do what's best for the story, and that was cool. It was cool talking to Scott, and knowing that you had a life on a show that so many people like. Yeah.
No, how did you feel about the exit? Were you happy with the way you went out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I couldn't have asked for a better exit. And that's one thing too. So I'd spoken to Scott. I hadn't seen the script yet, so he said, "I'm sorry, we're gonna have to." He calls you before you read the pages, and so he said, "I'm sorry, it's Jared's time has come to an end." And I thought, that's awesome, man. I immediately you start thinking how it's going to happen, and to find out it happened at Lenny's hands, I was thrilled, and then the way it did, it's a gnarly death, and the writers and everybody involved gave me a really fantastic send off, so I was stoked.
That's awesome. Yeah, I guess I honestly have to say, like, for me as a viewer, obviously, I don't want to say gratifying, but the way that they did take you out was kind of like, all right,
yeah.
He deserved it, you know what I mean? Like, I guess he deserved that, I think a lot of people, though, really wanted just Morgan or someone to be the one that, like, to take you out. But,
yeah.
And I guess in a way, Morgan did.
He caused your death.
He did cause it. So it wasn't direct, but he locked you behind the gate, and, so I guess you could say Morgan did play a pretty good part in that.
That's funny because the way I think about it is that Morgan did it. I've never thought that it was some other. Obviously it was a bunch of walkers, but completely. Morgan was responsible for that thing, which I was thrilled about. To be a antagonist to him for 2 seasons and then finally get it at his hands. That was awesome. Yeah. And one beat I'm not sure was completely clear is that so he closes the gate and then he grabs my jacket through the gate.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if some people I think miss that, but yeah, he grabs my jacket through the gate, so he's holding me to the gate, so I can't fight my way away. So yeah, it was rad. I was thrilled.
Now, did they put any, like, I don't know, fake meat and shit all over you and all that stuff or anything, like when they did you up?
They did, yeah. They had obviously I had the cheek implant. I think I had spoken about on Talking Dead.
Yep.
I had a prosthetic that was like a silicone piece, and then it had a piece on top that would tear off.
Yeah.
The piece on the bottom was porous, and the piece on the top would tear off, and the porous piece was hooked to a blood tube that ran down the back of my neck. And so they, once the walker, Alex is the guy's name, Alex bit my cheek and started pumping out. And then they had the walkers that were going at my back. I had a back piece, and they had stuffed like clothing and blood-soaked tissue down in there. And so the folks that were chewing on my back were pulling that stuff out.
Yeah. Huh.
Which was rad. Yeah, it was rad.
Did it feel like you were being torn apart? Like, were you really locked in that moment? Like, I'm fucking getting eaten right now?
It was, yeah. It was, I don't think I got to express this completely on Talking Dead, but it was hyper emotional because, my character was going out, so I did feel a certain death of something happening.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then, to be surrounded by all these folks that I had worked with for so long, I was saying goodbye to all these folks that I had come to know over the course of 2 years. And then, to be kind of enveloped by a mass of walkers. I think there was 8 of them. And to be forced up against the fence and have Lenny holding on there. Yeah. It all played into the work that I was trying to do, or it made things very easy. It was terrifying,
Yeah. So so after the whole death scene and stuff like that, you returned the following week as a I guess a spirit or like a memory or a haunting. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But Ryan the Lion wants to know if you could come back as a ghost after you had after you died. If you could come back as a ghost and haunt someone, who would it be?
I mean, it's awesome haunting Lenny. I guess it would be cool because I never got to have a scene with Jeffrey Dean. So
really?
that would be rad to be around to have a chance to have a scene with Negan. But I mean, the only thing that makes sense to me in the world of the show is haunting Lenny.
Yeah. I mean, who else?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys.
I love scenes with lots of folks.
Yeah.
My final scene in that finale, everybody was there. Melissa was there. Alana was there. The whole crew was in that road where I haunt Lenny. So that was cool. I did get to have a scene with a lot of the cast that I hadn't had before.
So I guess leading into that, Jeannie wanted to know if you could cross over to Fear the Walking Dead 2. I guess as a vision, you would continue. Would that be something like, let's say they came up to you and said, "Hey, we'd love for you to come as a vision on Fear and haunt Morgan." Would that be something you'd be down for?
Oh yeah. I was open for it. Yes, I would do that. I would love to do it. I know, just to be a part of that universe, continue to be a part of that universe is awesome. Because when it's amazing because you can get a little bit jaded. You start thinking, oh, well, you get one episode, you get a second episode, and then you start getting comfortable there, and you think, well, everything else is a gift after that,
right?
And then when you die, you're like, oh wait, no, that thing was so temporary, and it is, it's crazy, and there's so many characters that have come and gone on that show, so it's cool.
That's true. Real quick, I know we touched on it briefly, but what's your thoughts on Fear?
So the only episode I got to watch was the one that Lenny was introduced on because I don't have cable at my house, so my parents are recording it. I figure I'll binge everything.
Yeah.
When I get a chance, but yeah, so that's the same way I watched Walking Dead is I could never really watch it live. I'd have to go to my folks' house or log into their Xfinity or whatever and use that. Which, yeah, but I did mention before I think things started. Garrett Dillahunt is just such a phenomenal actor. I love his stuff, and everybody who watched Deadwood, his stuff on Deadwood is amazing. And anything I've seen him in, I love his choices. I love the characters he creates, and so it's cool.
I want to vouch for what you just said too about him, because I know I told you how we're trying to ride the roller coaster, so to speak, and be able to fade from The Walking Dead and ride into Fear, and kind of keep what we do going for everybody, so that way they can just like they enjoy seeing you, enjoy seeing whoever. So we're trying to go out there and reel in some other fish, you know what I mean, from the other show.
Right.
And I kind of just took a chance. I saw that he was live tweeting the show on last night out on the West Coast. So after I got done watching it here, they started playing it out on the West Coast, and he was live tweeting it. So I wrote a little something on there and woke up this morning and noticed that he had like responded.
No shit.
Yeah, and I completely blew me away, man. Because I mean, like 9 times out of 10, you don't ever hear shit. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously we know that it's not personal. It's just that there are thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who try to contact all of you. You know what I mean? So
right.
Taking a chance and being like one of those people that gets a response, it's like, wow, holy cow. So with that being said, I just want to say that, like, I ever since that happened this morning, I've actually been able to be in contact with him throughout the day. And it's nice, to know that, like, there's like genuine people like you who like email and keep contact, and even during the holidays and stuff like that, like Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff, whatever. It's just a lot of fun, man. And it's nice meeting genuine people like you guys.
Well, yeah, I imagine he is. He just seems like a good dude, and
yeah.
Having seen him on Walking Dead or on Talking Dead after his first episode, he's just seemed like a good dude.
Yeah, no.
At some point, that'd be one of my, aside from working with Lenny again, if I ever was able to cross over to Fear, that'd be like the cherry on top.
Man, you're gonna have to write somebody. I don't know. We'll have to start tagging you in it. Be like, bring Josh in to haunt the shit out of Morgan. Do something.
Well, that's the thing too. I don't ever want. No, I appreciate that.
No, I know.
But hopefully they do what's best for the story, and whatever that is. I don't see a future for Jared in that universe. But,
yeah. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I'm just saying, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would love it. It'd be great. It'd be great for us, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Question from Aaron. Aaron wants to know, do you prefer to work on network shows or movies, and why?
I think playing a character on a network show is pretty amazing, because you have an opportunity to carry that character out over the course of a much longer, arc of time usually than you would in film. So yeah, I do like TV, but I think the script's the thing always.
Yeah.
If the script is good and it's just a small scene, like that's exciting to me as a recurring character. As far as the craft is concerned. When you start thinking about like, a recurring character, I can make a little more money. I have, some financial security while I'm doing this thing. That changes. But yeah, if the writing's good,
yeah,
that's what excites me.
And I mean, someone just mentioned that they saw the movie Heist the other day.
Oh yeah,
and you were in it.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote that. I just kind of saw it fly by on the chat real quick.
I had an opportunity to have a scene with the girl next to me. It's just two kind of like shitty characters, and we're in a storage unit or a shipping container with Morris Chestnut and Robert De Niro. So like, when you get a chance to do something like that on a feature film, it's amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, you recently just wrapped. Well, I don't know how recent it is, as far as like it is to be an actor and wrapping up things and when they start and when they end. So game night ended. When did Phil? That was like a year ago. I don't even know when did that, because it just came out a few months ago in theaters, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how far.
It probably happened around almost the exact same time.
Okay.
I think we were shooting about this time last year.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean,
it takes a long time. They did do some small pickups, but they happened pretty close to the principal photography. I think they were right on the back end of the principal photography, so they just extended things a couple of days because it was, everybody's schedule could accommodate that.
Right.
Yeah. Normally, you shoot something, you have just as long that you took to shoot it, that they're handling it in post, and then when it gets released, you never know because it has to do when things are coming out. So unfortunately for game night, they picked a weekend right before Black Panther. So game night had one weekend where it was all by itself as like the lone box office destination, and then Black Panther comes out, and we were living in its shadow for the rest of the run. But it still did pretty well. But Black Panther's amazing. So
yeah, I often wonder that, like the thought process. I mean, I don't know. I guess they just kind of pick a weekend and say, hey, we're going to launch the movie this weekend or whatever. But like, I don't know. Do you like look and see like what else is releasing?
I mean,
and, like,
you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's territorial. Like they totally. They pick a weekend. If no one else is there, they put their flag in it. If they know the film is going to be ready by that point, they say, we're going to release this weekend, and hopefully no other big fish decide to release that weekend.
Right, okay.
Somebody's doing those numbers.
Yeah.
It's costly to not.
Another question from Aaron is, what cast members do you hang out with the most? Like, who do you consider, I guess, some of your closer friends?
Well, I mean, going into it, I hung out with Jason Warner-Smith so much. We became really close friends just doing a couple of cons together. And having spent, unfortunately, we didn't have any scenes together in season 8, but we continued to hang out through all that and continued to touch base. We still do. And he's doing his thing. Shout out to Jason, actually, who is staging his play. Well, not his play, but a play he's working on, Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Trying to raise some money for. So if anybody's, has some loose change sitting around, then by all means, it's not. And come see it if you're in Atlanta or close to Atlanta.
I feel bad. Well, not that I feel bad, but I mean, I donated, but
really quick, I want to point out that Jason is watching on Instagram Live.
Right.
We have Jason says we have conjugal visits.
What up, Jason? We do.
And
conjugal visit.
And he goes, "Is he still talking?"
Yeah.
Conjugal visits. That means conga lines.
Yeah.
You get conga line. You dance. Not a good joke, guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, in jail terms, I mean, it could be a good joke. I'm not really sure. So Jason, we hung out and got real close. I see Cooper occasionally, and I mean, I think everybody that started on those in that 702 block, like Carlos and Carrie, Kari. Yep.
It's crazy how close all those names are. We all got along really well. Logan, we all got along really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so Aaron wants to know, when does the hair get cut?
I was hoping to do it right after I got killed, and then I decided to keep it until my episode aired, and then I decided to keep it until the finale aired, and then I booked a job, and I couldn't cut it, and I had to hang on to it.
They said keep it.
Yeah, they want, when you audition for something and you have a certain look, they usually want you to keep it. So I'm hoping to cut it. This job I'm starting tomorrow or Wednesday, it wraps up in June, end of June. So hopefully by the end of June.
Go ahead. Sorry. To the end of June. That's it. On Instagram. Let me see. Deb wants to know on Instagram, how long did you have to spend in makeup when you had all the cosmetic stuff done? How long did that take?
They're pretty quick. They're efficient there. I think, on 8/14, I think I went in for probably an hour and a half before lunch, and they shaved part of my beard, and then they saved all that hair and grossly put it back on. But then, later. Then afterwards, they did a little bit more work, and then I fucked it up because I was moving too much. So they, I think all told, it was probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then when I came back for 8/16, it was probably about the same thing, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, not the most involved makeup. It was just a one piece,
Yeah.
They didn't have to do a ton, and they have a whole team. And they're super skilled dudes.
You have to excuse me because I'm watching a whole no man bun argument take place in the chat. I'm gonna say this right now. I am gonna say that Joshua is a no man bun kind of dude.
Now, I usually have my hair up just because it's so hot and miserable, and it just gets in your mouth, and it feels like you got spiders on you all the time.
Wait, you have it up or is it bunned?
It's bunned, but it's like so long you can't do anything else with it.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, Jay.
If I put a ponytail, I look like a hick. I don't know.
All right. Well, I
don't like to wear it. I hate my hair. I'm just ready. Thanks, guys. Thanks for breaking the whole can of worms here.
I don't know.
Jason says my pubes are still growing back.
Anything with that? Anything?
God damn it.
You know what?
I'll move to my other drink.
Let's just all take a sip right now.
I'm done.
That's what happens when you have a lot of Jason.
Yeah.
Not used to that sort of friction.
Later, Chris. So we're gonna leave that one completely alone.
Okay.
Since you decided that you.
Oh, someone's calling, huh?
I don't know. Someone just tried calling. I don't know if that was accidental or not. But anyway, all right. So, question from Tiffany: Do you seek out roles where you're a prick, or do they just find you? And do you see yourself doing a role showing your sweet side?
I would love to do something that's outside of, I think most actors want to do stuff that's challenging. I think I've gotten kind of used to, and I don't phone it in, but I kind of know how to play a villain. And I haven't played a lot of nice guys lately. I think that's something I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
But and when I hear, like Jason's prime example of this, a couple of times he's been like, "Hey man, did you catch wind of this role that came through? Like you'd be good for it." Or did you read for this thing? And sometimes I haven't, sometimes I have. But I think a lot of people have a sense of what casting directors have seen me as previous. So that when a role comes through, that's like this dude has long hair. He's a complete asshole. Yeah, all right. That might be something I could read for.
Have you ever?
Sometimes it's always exciting to audition. It's always exciting to book a role. But I would love to do stuff that's outside of that.
Have you ever gotten like any kind of Joe Dirt references or anything like that?
Yeah, I did. This last I went as Jared from The Walking Dead.
Right.
But I was really proud of myself for this. I don't know if you guys saw this picture, but I got a wig and I got like kind of a pretty close costume. So I put my hair up inside of a wig that was more like a Tina Turner wig. And no one recognized me as Jared from The Walking Dead. They just thought I was Joe Dirt.
I mean, I was just curious because I mean, you know, that's all. I heard they're doing a reboot, and I was just like, oh shit, he should definitely go and cast for that shit.
Wait, they really are?
No, I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Got his hopes up.
Man, you son of a bitch. That could
Excuse me, I need to call my people.
Yeah, I want to be Joe Dirt a second.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a request. I told you we got several requests.
Oh boy.
Tiffany wants to know if you can do a slow motion hair flip so she can make a GIF.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Tiff, if you're ready,
I'll just do a high speed, a normal speed hair flip, and then she can slow it down.
I'm gonna make it nice and big on the screen.
I imagine, yeah. Come on, go, give us, yeah. Oh, there it is. I like it. That was so.
I forgot what the camera was.
Yeah. There you go. Oh shit, that was like Jesus-like. That was so hot. That was so hot.
That's what's up.
That was so hot. I love it. I'm just going in with all the women right now. Like they're just like, you know.
All right, you shrink them back down a little bit.
What happened? Oh, all right. So we got the hair flip. We got several hair flips to choose from. So we did many takes. Hopefully, you got one of them. I know I have other. Could you? Oh, wow. He's still going. It's amazing. He's a machine. He's a hair flipping machine.
You're a monster.
Could you also say hi to Marge for us? Oh, Peekaboo? No. And this is where the show derails.
Too late.
What's up, Marge? Hey, have you guys seen Evil Genius? Yeah, on Netflix.
No, I don't think so. What's it about?
That woman. It's about a murder. It's about the pizza delivery murder in Erie, Pennsylvania. That happened in 2004, 3, I think. I don't know. But yeah, 2003, 2004. But anyways, there's a woman in there named Marjorie, and oh boy, she hot to handle.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta check it out. It's pretty good. It's a true crime doc.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, right. I'll love it then.
Guys, what is this? What am I doing right now? Is this like, what the hell was the name of that show on MTV? Something most requested? Like, what is?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah, Total Request Live. Like, all right. Now, could we get a tongue out Tuesday, please?
What is that?
You just stick your tongue out and I don't know. You know, it's. Don't ask me. You do like a little fucking gnarly tongue out thing.
Twitter is weird. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got tongues outs, and then next you're gonna flip everybody off too while you're at it, because that'll come next. You might as well just get
that.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. The whole tongue thing's weird. It's gotta. You can't just do the tongue. Like it's got to be like situational.
It's weird. Yeah, I mean, like it's like.
Like
how weird is that?
Situational tongue for the situational party.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we'll maybe before the end of the show, we'll find a situation for a tongue to come out. Don't look at me that way. Don't you can't. You know, like I didn't do it. It's not me. I'm not doing it. You know, it's just these wacky requests we get. Gay says hello, by the way.
Oh, what up, Gay?
You said hi to Marge. Gay says hello. There's somebody I'm missing. Oh, Aaron says hello too.
Oh, what's up, Aaron?
We had a little something on the end of that one. There was like an accent at the end of that one. Aaron.
What's up?
Like you cut out. Do it again.
What's up? It's like what's? Oh God. All right, I'll get back to you.
All right. So we got some questions from Linda now.
What's up, Linda?
He's just gonna do that from now on. Who is the most dangerous in your eyes when on The Walking Dead? Negan with his baseball bat or Morgan with his stick?
I mean, I think Morgan's a little. Well, you know, he seems like he's resolved his demons. But I would say Morgan seems kind of like the looser wire right now. Negan seems like he's a little incapacitated.
Yeah, what do you think about that whole situation, being locked up? You know, obviously they're following the comic book to a point there.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of true to the comics. I'm not sure I expected it to happen, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cool thing. I mean, it's obviously cool because people keep Negan around and people love him.
All right,
people love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and he's a wonderful dude. So I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Question from who is Chelsea? Now, who is Chelsea? Let me just throw this out here right now. Who is Chelsea has she's on YouTube as well. She has a couple of shows she does. She's on Twitch, I believe, and does like gaming and like all this other stuff. We were introduced to her by one of her followers later part of last week,
yep.
And we wanted to throw her, big shout out. Really cool girl, does a lot of fun stuff on YouTube and everything like that. So Chelsea, just wanted to let everybody know if you guys want to go and check some other content out. She is basically, her name everywhere on all her social media is Who is Chelsea, except for Twitter where it's Who is Chelsea _. Like I said, she's on YouTube, she's on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that stuff. And I don't know, Josh, maybe we'll hook you up with her one day and you guys can chat.
That sounds great. We'd love to.
But she wants to know. Oh, go ahead. I cut you off, man. I do that a lot.
I was just saying, what up to Chelsea?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What she wants to know: what is the best takeaway from being on the show?
I mean, obviously, being a part of a show that is so well revered by so many people, and the fact that you can have a life. So it's not like so I die on the show, but I can have a life outside because of The Walking Dead. For a long time, like people give a shit about coming to meet me at cons, and I love meeting people at cons, so it's such a cool thing to get to see, see parts of the world. I've been to the UK now and starting. I have cons booked all over the US, and to be able to kind of experience life elsewhere and meet folks who are big fans of the show and appreciate the work. You do. I've been working in the business for 8 years now, and I've been doing the same work on everything, everything I've done before. But this is the one that hit, and it's nice to know that people appreciate it and like it, and you hear it every day. It's just an amazing thing. And to be able to, to hop on shows like this, to be able to chat with you guys. Like we're 2 months removed or whatever from the finale, or I don't know, a month removed from the finale. And people still give a shit about what happened to my character.
Come on, man. We always care about you. It's nothing but love. We love you.
Well, no, thanks, man. But before it was like, you work a job and you kind of just go, okay, that was awesome. I got to meet these amazing people and made amazing friends in the crew, which is true about The Walking Dead. But this is the first time where it's had some sort of longevity.
Right.
And you get it is a gift to be on this show because as fun as it is to travel and go to these cons, you are making money too. So it's financial security that you can go and sign. For some reason, people want your fucking autograph, which is cool because they love the show so much, not because they love you
as a character.
They love the show, And 9 times out of 10, or I'd say half the autographs we sign are posters that people are collecting all of the autographs.
Right.
So it's so cool because we're reaping the benefits of the work that the rest of the Walking Dead team has done since season 1.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and that'll be true of everyone who ever ends up on that show. Those folks will be collecting those autographs on those season posters for a good long while, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Future projects. Five Kitty Mom on Instagram wants to know, what are your future projects?
Dang. Well, I want to know, what are the names of those 5 kitties?
I knew it.
So, like I said, I've said like a couple of times, I'm working this job called Stuber, which is Kumail Nanjiani and Dave Bautista shooting here in Atlanta about a Uber driver named Stu who picks up a detective, and he goes on a wild night of chasing down some criminals. I'll let you fill in the dots on who I am. And then beyond that, just auditioning. I'm trying to do a little bit more artwork and do a little bit more writing, kind of touch base on the things that I've neglected for a little while, being on The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? I believe so. Right?
You're going to be in Sonoya, right, Josh?
Are you going to be in Sonoya?
Yeah, the Dead Bash.
Yes,
I am.
you will be.
Yeah, you guys are going to be there, huh?
I will not. I'm going to be in a wedding that weekend.
I'll be there.
That's what's up.
I'll be there.
I'm sorry, I have a wedding to attend. Excuse me.
What? I was just saying I'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry you decided to go to a wedding.
I'll be there.
Yeah, nope. Like, turn your hand to the right a little bit. I mean,
right?
to left. No, the right. Yeah, no, the right. I was right. To the right. Yep. Keep going. No, keep going. A little bit more. Yeah. Yep. A little bit more. Yeah, like, hold on. I'll move my head.
Yep. There you go.
Yep, right there.
We're good.
Ding, ding, ding.
This guy will be there.
That took way too freaking long.
It's not the same on the screen.
I know. He messed up everybody, this guy. But it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Josh, you look amazing. I'm going to tell you, like, this picture that everyone's able to see, you look amazing. Sorry, Instagram, not so much. No, he does look, you do look amazing on Instagram too, don't worry. Okay, so Mike wants to know, you want me to ask this?
Yes.
Is it innate to be able to portray the perfect asshole, or do you need practice?
No, I just have a lot of pent-up aggression.
Yeah.
It's great. It is innate because it's a lot of things that I wish I could say to people that just I'm able to pull from that well of hate that I have inside of me.
All right.
That's not true.
No, you're not hateful at all, so I don't believe that for anything. I think, like you said, when you go to an interview and they see the hair and the look or whatever, and they look at your resume, they're like, asshole.
Asshole, drug addict, rapist.
Oh, no.
Pizza guy.
Pizza guy. Okay. All right. I want to say right now, there's nothing about that look that says rapist at all. I just want to throw that out there. It's.
Oh, yeah.
All right, maybe when you do that.
I stand corrected.
But no luck, guys.
Who is Chelsea wants to know, is Josh are you personally, no, this is your personal, are you Team Saviors, Hilltop, Survivors, or Kingdom?
I mean, I don't know. You always have kind of the sense that the Hilltop will be the crew, you know? It's hard to stray away from that. Even being a Savior, I was like, well, I hope the Hilltop pulls through. Well, now what is the Hilltop?
Yeah.
Because Alexandria is kind of destroyed. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm a good dude at heart, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, there's no real. If there was an underdog, I'd be like, I'd pull for the underdog. There is no underdog here.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I guess out of the group, I mean, there really isn't an underdog.
Nah.
Maybe Kingdom, because they really got, Kingdom got it pretty bad. So they'd say maybe they might be the underdog right now. They got
the biggest shit end of the stick.
Yeah, they got wiped out pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say maybe they possibly, personnel-wise, not having the people.
I mean, I love those guys, but everybody else has paid their dues.
Yeah.
King around for 2 seasons. Everybody else is...
It's true.
There you go.
That's true. Gay wants to know if you're going to be coming to do the Aylesbury Con?
Yeah, so I think that got... Well, I'll let them announce that. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know the cons are hard to announce, so I mean, do you know of any that you will be attending to shout out, or nothing right now?
I'll be at Dead Bash.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at Walker Stalker Con, Atlanta in October. Walker Stalker Con Orlando in August. I think. I'm heading to Louisville SuperCon in December. I'm going to Minneapolis twice. I'm not sure if those have been announced. I'm not sure. Gulf Coast Fan Fest.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to Glasgow, I think.
I'm hoping. So now I'm hoping, since he's going to be at the big one in Atlanta, I'm hoping you end up coming to New Jersey, which is in December.
I would love it. I hope so. Atlanta was the first one I got asked to do, and then Orlando followed pretty closely after.
So
maybe they'll see how I do in Orlando, and hopefully people can and say hello. It would be awesome. Well, and then I also I guess we're playing. My band Look Mexico is playing a show during the Atlanta Walker Stalker at the Masquerade here. I think with a band with Piebald, which is a band I grew up listening to.
Okay.
So I think that's happening.
Very nice. And when's that going to be? When's that going to be?
That is October 29th, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry I keep making these stupid faces. I keep catching myself on the monitor behind you guys and like seeing how stupid I look, and then I make a stupid face. There's
a delay. It's still. Do you want us to cover it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Best hair contest. Thomas wants to know who had the best hair: Jared, Jesus, or Carl.
I mean, come on.
I mean, right? How do you ask that? I mean,
What kind of question is that?
Yeah. I mean, definitely Carl, right?
Definitely Jesus.
I mean, do we give Carl like death points? Like pity points? Ooh.
Charity points?
Too soon?
No.
Too soon?
Hashtag Carl's dead.
I'm going to have all these crying faces now.
I'm dead. Also dead. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
charity points.
To a lot of people, Carl's still alive, so I don't fucking know. I don't get it.
So I say Josh wins.
I say Josh wins.
Yeah, I like
Josh wins best there. All right.
Gotcha, bro.
Who is Chelsea wants to know, what's your dream character to play?
I mean, something. Jared was pretty amazing, but take Jared and extend him a couple more seasons and give him a change of heart. If I would, that would have been pretty cool. I mean, to think about like kind of like if you're thinking theater, either the characters in True West are awesome. There's some amazing Chekhov characters like Astrov. I played Astrov before in Uncle Vanya and Chekhov's Uncle Vanya. We're about to get real boring, guys.
All right, hold on.
Hey.
I believe Tracy, Scrappin' fan, wants to know: do you still use Tay Tay's hair product?
I don't. I wish.
I
wish. I didn't get any. I didn't have the wherewithal to think that I needed to grab some before I left. But I would love some. No, I just don't wash. What's the?
He uses.
I woke up like this.
He uses the mane and tail one for the horses and shit.
Mane tail. No, Selsun Blue. I got Selsun Blue. I got a really dry scalp. I got Selsun Blue.
All right. Well, it's all
There
that damn hair is just sucking it right out of you, bro.
Thanks.
Oh God, we go south so quick.
Yeah, we do.
Let me see. Paula wants to know, who would you say is the better leader, Maggie, Rick, or Negan, or King Ezekiel?
Well, Maggie sucks right now, huh? We can all agree that she kind of sucks.
Yeah.
What a whole twist that she's. I don't. That was wacky.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't love it.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all on board with that one. I mean, do you really think that like she's gonna double cross?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally, I think that Daryl is playing like a double agent there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think he's turning on Rick. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. That one's interesting. There's plenty of story to be had.
Yeah.
Right now, it doesn't sit well with me either. In the world of The Walking Dead, or in Maggie's world. I'm not thrilled that it's happening to her character.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Ezekiel, I feel like he'll be a better leader when he stops trying so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he stops pretending.
Yeah, because like the stuff that I love, the bits that I love with him are when he steps away and he is speaking like his real self. He's not speaking in that theater voice or whatever. So the fact that he has to put that on all the time, to me, feels like a weakness. Rick, I think Rick is pretty strong. He's endured a lot. He knows he can make choices.
Yeah.
And good or bad, he's
true.
He is deliberate.
You hold on real quick. I want to talk about you, and thank you, Tracy, because I did see this. But you ended up you have a playing card. You got your own playing card.
Yeah, I got a card. That was cool.
Yeah, I saw it. You posted it, I believe. I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I posted it. Yeah, I shared it. It was crazy. Someone tagged. Thanks. I can't remember. Mitch. Someone tagged me in it and let me know that it had happened.
Yep.
I think it's just digital right now. I'm not sure if it's actually a hard copy card. But it's an honor regardless. It's so cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I collected Topps baseball cards growing up and sucked at baseball.
Trying to hit a ball coming at you at like 60 miles an hour with a freaking stick. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Details.
That whole thing. That's why I stuck to the real dumb stuff, like carrying an oblong ball, and through a group of guys,
Like play rugby?
Well, that or football, one of the two.
Yeah.
I would play rugby. Let me tell you something. If there was a rugby, like semi-pro rugby team around here, I'd do it hands down.
Yeah.
I need a couple more broken bones. Just saying. Your death scene. Linda wants to know your death scene. How many takes did that take? In order to was that a long day shooting that, or?
Well, it was interesting because we shot that whole front scene before the walkers come in. That all happened like before lunch and all that stuff. It was kind of a big day.
Right.
We shot the first day, and the next day we shot the walkers coming in. We picked up where we left off, kind of in the chase. But then they took a break right towards the end of that day, and they shot the stuff with Andrew and Lenny.
Right.
That is the end of the game. And then after that, we ended up having to. It was the last stuff we did was my death stuff, because I think the nature of it, they were able to release a lot of people that they were paying, and it became a smaller unit, and so that stuff, it got real small towards the end of the night, and we were in overtime, so it was, time was short, and we got that stuff knocked out. I mean, I don't know. We did a couple takes Lenny's direction and a couple takes my direction, but we only had one take with the face gag. I kind of fucked it up because I was, like I said, I was moving around a lot, and they were able to reapply something and get a good shot of the Walker peeling it off. So yeah, it actually went pretty quick, I think, once we got there, but you know, it was a long day till then.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, did that stuff get like stinky and like all like gross and sticky and shit like all over you?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, I can imagine like that fake blood and shit. Yeah. That would just irritate me. I'd be like, look, I'm done.
Well, and it was funny because we started shooting that scene, and I started getting like emotional, and because my character, like I was emotional in the scene, and then I was also emotional because I was leaving the show.
No.
And then we finished, and I'm covered in blood, and I got this prosthetic like hanging off my face, and the press kit folks, the EPK folks, which is like the behind the scenes folks, they were like, "Hey Josh, can we get an interview?" And I'm like, saying goodbye to people and like crying, and then it's like, "Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about what just happened." So it was wacky.
I'd be like, "What? You want to talk to me now?" Like right now?
No, I was stoked. I mean, it was the second time they'd asked me, and it's such a cool thing, because they use that stuff for Talking Dead sometimes.
Right.
They do all that kind of. It's cool to be a part of that, and cool to share with folks your journey and whatever. But yeah, I just couldn't keep it together during the whole thing. They used some of it on Talking Dead,
right?
And they were able to find something where I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second."
I mean, it's hot, right? I mean, did the heat play into any of that crap? I mean, is that like one of those blistering hot days?
No, it was comfortable. Like when you're shooting interior stuff, they have portable AC units that they pump in AC. So when you're not going for a take, they turn it on, and they're really good about turning it on and keeping everybody, because it's dangerous shooting inside, and everybody's it's not their first rodeo. They're really good about people safe and happy and comfortable as possible.
Well, that's good. Because I mean, we've heard some stories, people like close to fainting and shit, because it's so damn hot, and they got layers and layers and layers of clothes on, and
right.
So
yeah, well, like speaking of which, I guess you guys had Bill. Did you have Bill on?
Bill. Oh,
Big Bill.
No,
Savior Bill.
No, not yet. Not yet. We were supposed to, and the day he was supposed to be on, he actually got in contact with us. He got called in for filming. So yeah. But hopefully in the future we'll have him on.
I think it's particularly hard for the extras, I think, because we dip away during after we finish a couple of takes, they're moving the cameras around, and so we get to dip away. But the extras are sitting there in the hot sun, and they bring them water and stuff, but it's exhausting for those guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We do, and it's amazing that so many of those guys keep coming back.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them just either love it or, it's work, I mean, one of the two. A shout out to you from Aaron and a few other people. They want to say, tell Joshua thank you for always being so active with tweets and liking and always and answering questions and stuff like that on Twitter and stuff. So
thanks to you guys. Thanks to everybody who tweets at me and asks awesome questions and is supportive. It makes it hard to get off Twitter sometimes.
Well, I mean, you are, they obviously, I mean, look, I'm not lying, man. Like people adore you, I mean, they know you're not the a-hole on TV. You're a big sweetie, hot stuff with his long hair. You know what I mean? So flashing, I know you want to flash the smile. Go ahead. Hit him with the smile. Bam. Look, he's even got the strand in front too.
It's like my Danzig spike.
The only thing he's missing is the wink at the end, He's like that, the Hot Spice commercial when he just like smiles and ding hits him with the wink.
It's got the little
there it is.
gleam. There we go.
He did the double wink.
It's not a wink, it's a double wink.
It's not a blink.
It's a double wink, see? Oh, boy. All right, let's hit you with a few more, and then we'll cut you loose. I mean, it's been an hour. You got anywhere you got to run?
That sounds great. Yeah, my friend Kate just got here, so we're going to be...
We'll wrap this up for you then real quick. We'll get you going. I just want to make sure I got everything off this board. Gregory, I mean, borrowed time or what? Lucy wants to know, do you think he'll be loyal at any point, or you think his time is up?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because he escaped with us, and he wasn't gone very long. That's an interesting arc.
I think he's on borrowed time.
About it. What's that?
I think he's on borrowed time. I mean,
he certainly is. He's the type of dude who has done so much terrible stuff that you expect him to get it pretty good someday. But keeping him around keeps things interesting because everybody knows he's a loose cannon. You can certainly create some drama.
And we'll talk about your saviors real quick. Linda wants to know: do you think the saviors will change their habits? And kind of like we saw at the end of the season there with them farming and doing all these things. Do you think they'll change their habits, or do you think they'll just wait for their time again and attack?
I don't know. Steven Ogg's gone. Simon's gone.
Yeah.
You don't have Negan heading it up anymore. Like, so who is the effective leader of the Saviors now?
Well, I believe, was it in the comic book, Linda said, and this is true, in the comic, Dwight, I guess, takes over the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
But
so you have Dwight.
He's banished.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Because I think it's an interesting thing that whole Maggie scene happened, because I think that right now they're effectively living in a universe where it doesn't seem like there's a lot of inherent conflict, because the Saviors seem dismembered, and so for stuff to turn kind of intertribal, that it makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I am interested to see what happens to the Saviors.
Yeah, very cool. All right, lastly, I just need you to say hello, Lucy, and then you can say goodbye, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy. Goodbye, Lucy.
See, look, he got two for one.
Just for good measure, can you call her a wanker too? Could
you call her a wanker?
Did I call her a wanker last time?
I think so.
Did he? I don't know.
She has usually a lot of people call her a wanker, so I'm not really sure.
She's just a glutton for punishment, huh?
Yeah.
It's either that or she just likes being the wanker. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Lucy, you friggin' wanker.
You could have said dumb wanker, too. I heard you going that route. It's fine. Or damn wanker, one of the two.
This is going to come back to haunt me.
No, it's fine. I'll take care of all that business for you.
Thank you.
All right, people. Let's say a very big thanks. Yes, I know the dog was barking in the background. Very big thank you to Joshua for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody, tuning in, like usual. Thank you, Chelsea, for tuning in. Guys, go check out Who is Chelsea. She's got a great couple of pages out there. Like I said, she does some fun stuff.
Apparently you called Lucy a fucker last time, not a wanker.
Yeah, right. Lucy, you fucking wanker.
There it is. Bam.
Wow.
I like it. He had authority in that, too.
Yeah.
I like it. Josh, want to say goodnight to everybody?
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and thank you, dudes, for having me. I appreciate you having me back. And I hope folks come out to see me at one of these cons somewhere, or Dead Bash. I look forward to meeting folks down there and just kicking it. And please, please give a shit about the stuff that I'm doing outside The Walking Dead.
Absolutely, guys. Go check out his movies. Go see Game Night if you haven't seen that yet. Pretty sure you said it comes out on Amazon Prime the 22nd.
Well, yeah, Blu-ray the 22nd. It's out on iTunes digital. You can download the movie. I think it's like $20 now. You can download it now, but it should be around yeah, should be on Amazon or whatever.
Okay.
Probably around the 22nd.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. We will be dropping some more big news for something on Thursday of this week. Just need to confirm it, and then we'll be letting you guys know ASAP. So stay tuned to our page to find out what could be coming. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Josh, I will see you in Sonoya, my brother.
That was great. I look forward to meeting you in person.
And come up and say what's up on the stage. We'll do like a quick 10 questions for everybody.
It sounds great.
It'll be 10 minutes of just hair flips.
Yeah.
And Chris will join you. He'll bring a wig.
I'll wear a wig.
He'll wear a wig.
I'll get a wig and I'll just rock the stage with you. It could be like, we'll do a little, fuck was that? Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Yep.
Great.
Too. Listen, have a safe night. Tell your friend thanks for hanging out while, waiting for you.
Don't get too crazy.
Yeah. And you be safe, man.
Appreciate it, dudes.
Later, Josh.
Later, Josh.
All right, everybody. Stay in touch. Like I said, stay in touch with our page. We're going to be dropping some news very, very soon. Like really soon. Like as soon as I'm done writing this message soon, hopefully. And you will definitely be excited. We'll let you know as soon as I find out. Peace out, everybody.
Later. Now begins the awkward process of ending this fucking live stream.
Oh, well, this one I just go like that.
Oh,
Bye.
that one. Yeah, see, it's a single button.